Archangel Michael says, the silence around you has been hiding a disturbing shift, and it begins with someone whose blood runs the same as yours. Tonight is not like other nights. The vibration in your space is different because someone close to your spirit has allowed darkness to shape their intentions. While you've been walking the path of light, unknowingly, a family member has been walking toward a place where betrayal brews quietly. They have been smiling in front of you, while behind closed doors, your name has been whispered in rooms you were never meant to hear. Type Amen to get blessing 717. There is a heavy cloud above your home, not because of what you've done, but because of what this relative has started. They didn't begin this path out of evil, but out of envy, out of frustration, out of the hunger to take what you didn't even know you had. You may have felt exhausted for weeks, drained after visiting certain relatives or after a phone call that felt wrong but had no clear reason. That was not your imagination, it was your soul trying to warn you before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 284. Archangel Michael says, a decision was made by this person a few days ago, one that involved aligning with someone who doesn't care whether you rise or fall. They chose this dangerous path because they were promised something, a lie that they would get what you were destined for if only they turned against you. In their mind, they're just talking or checking, but they've opened a portal that can't be closed by denial. They don't even realize that the moment they agreed, something ancient in your bloodline was awakened to defend you. Type Amen to get blessing 118. You may notice small things going wrong, technology breaking, dreams of shadows, odd headaches near certain people. These are not random. They are signs of interference from energy this person is unknowingly inviting into your realm. A door has been opened spiritually, and this family member has chosen to work with someone outside who is using them as a tool to get closer to you. This person knows too much about your life, your past, and your fears, and they're not protecting that anymore, they're offering it up. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They smiled when you shared your goals, but laughed behind your back as they watched others plan around you. One of your secrets, something private, was recently used in a conversation by someone who should have never known it. That was the leak. That was the moment you were exposed, and it was done not by an enemy, but by someone with your last name. This betrayal stings differently because it doesn't come from a stranger, it comes from someone who held your hand as a child. Type Amen to get blessing 500. You've had an odd dream lately. Something where you were walking with someone and suddenly they turned into someone else. That was not a meaningless dream. It was a vision from the higher realms showing you the mask they wear around you. They've switched sides not with words, but with intentions, and the spirit world has recognized it before you did. They may act normal, even affectionate, but the energy doesn't lie, and your soul has already felt the shift. Type Amen to get blessing 919. They've started asking more about your plans, your movements, your decisions, not out of care, but out of curiosity fed by someone else's interest. There is a third party involved here, a person you barely know who is pulling strings using your relative as a thread. This third person made a deal with your family member, and in exchange, your privacy, peace, and progress were the price. You didn't agree to this war, but you've been pulled into it. Type Amen to get blessing 603. You will notice them trying harder to get close, texting more often, or asking to visit unexpectedly. Pay attention to what they ask about, what they observe, and how they respond when you say nothing. The spirit realm watches, and the archangels have begun stepping in to slow their efforts. They may not be aware of it yet, but soon their own life will begin to feel off balance. Type Amen to get blessing 101. Archangel Michael says, do not confront them, not now. Their heart is still swaying between darkness and light. If you move too soon, it will push them deeper into the hands of the one manipulating them. You are protected, but you must move with wisdom. Wait for the divine timing before revealing what you know. The truth will soon expose itself. Type Amen to get blessing 414. You are not alone. An angel was assigned to monitor this situation, and they are already placing disruptions in the communication lines being used against you. A message intended to hurt you was delayed. A lie spoken about you failed to reach the intended ears. This is not coincidence. This is intervention from the higher forces sent by your cries that were never spoken out loud. Your heart called for help, and help arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 222. There's a reason you were shown this message today and not yesterday, because they were just about to cross a boundary they couldn't return from. The divine has paused their next step so that you could be warned. You were meant to know before the next event took place, and now that you do, the protection will activate fully. The energy around your body is being sealed even as you read this. Type Amen to get blessing 888. It's important you don't ignore the patterns, the tension in your stomach around them, the way their eyes avoid yours now. They know you're changing. They can sense the barrier has started forming between them and the version of you they once controlled. This scares them more than you know, because once you're fully aware, their power over your peace disappears. And they are terrified of becoming invisible in your life. Type Amen to get blessing 303. You may even receive a random apology, a sudden visit, or a weird gift. This is not affection, it is spiritual distraction. Do not be fooled by temporary sweetness when deception has already poisoned the roots. Stay firm. Keep silent. Watch what their actions do, not what their words pretend. The masks always slip when light is focused on the face. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, a spiritual mirror is being held in front of this family member. They will soon feel uncomfortable around you, not because of guilt, but because your energy is exposing them. That discomfort is not your burden to carry. Let them feel the weight of the choice they made. You do not need to explain your distance. Type Amen to get blessing 390. In the coming days, someone else in your family will try to pull you into a conversation that feels odd. Do not share too much. That person is being used as a second funnel to collect more about you. This situation is more layered than you thought, but your angels are already blocking major damage. Stay aligned, stay awake, and protect your peace like a locked treasure chest. Type Amen to get blessing 515. A storm was forming against you in silence, but your divine protection activated before the winds could touch you. The person pulling the strings is starting to panic. They didn't expect you to rise, to resist, to awaken spiritually like this. The next time you see your relative, watch how they hesitate. That is your confirmation. They feel the spiritual barrier and don't know how to cross it. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You were chosen to break cycles. This includes seeing betrayal before it strikes. You are not cursed, you are covered. You are not attacked. You are being anointed through the fire. Let no smile fool you. Let no words bind you. Let your spirit be your compass. They chose their side. Now you must stand on yours. Type Amen to get blessing 202. Archangel Michael says, hold your tongue, sharpen your focus, and walk boldly in your truth. Your path is not theirs. Their decisions are their own burden to carry. You have been warned. But you are also being armed with truth, with discernment, and with protection from heaven's highest realms. The war is quiet now, but the victory is loud in the spiritual realm. Type Amen to get blessing 901. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You might notice them withdrawing soon, acting as though they are the victim or hurt by your distance. That is how they play the game, twist the narrative so you feel guilty for protecting yourself. But do not be fooled. This time, let your soul defend you. You owe them nothing but silence. You gave them trust, and they broke it with their own hands. Type Amen to get blessing 292. When they speak about you in coming weeks, their words will fall flat. The lies will sound hollow because truth is shining too brightly on your name now. Those who were once convinced against you will start to doubt their own judgment. What was hidden will slowly be exposed, not by you, but by divine arrangement. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Their actions have triggered a divine investigation. The angels have reviewed the energy exchanged, the intentions buried behind smiles, the words spoken in private corners. This family member is now being monitored spiritually, not for punishment, but for truth to rise. You are no longer vulnerable to their tactics. Type Amen to get blessing 121. When they return with questions or attempts to befriend you again, remember this moment. Remember how your gut felt, how your heart beat when their name came to your mind. That reaction is your soul reminding you that not all family is aligned with your mission. You can love someone and still stay away from the poison they chose. Type Amen to get blessing 343. The one manipulating them will try again. They are not finished because you are still rising, still glowing, still walking in your purpose. But every time they attempt to reach through your relative, they will hit a wall of divine light. You are surrounded by an unbreakable protection now. Type Amen to get blessing 515. They will dream of you, often. They will wake up feeling haunted, not by fear, but by regret. Not because you cursed them, but because they felt what it would have been like to truly stand beside you. Their own soul will begin to cry out, but it will be their decision whether they listen or sink deeper into pride. You have done your part. Now, the spiritual realm will do the rest. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There's a place you used to visit with them, either a room, a city, or a familiar setting. Avoid going there for a while. Their energy lingers there, and it is clouded with confusion and conflict. This is your time of spiritual cleansing. Distance is not punishment, it is preservation. Let your silence speak louder than confrontation ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 303. The person who encouraged them to turn against you is now trying to understand why you haven't fallen. They underestimated your resilience, your protection, and your spiritual intelligence. You were never blind. You were just giving grace. Now grace has expired. And now, truth stands in your place. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Archangel Michael says, this revelation comes with responsibility. You are not meant to retaliate or destroy, but to rise with strength and silence. You are being watched not only by angels, but by others who are silently learning from how you handle this betrayal. Lead without reacting. Walk without explaining. Type Amen to get blessing 979. In your rising, you will notice strange blessings begin to appear. Finances that were delayed will flow suddenly. Connections that felt stagnant will open. That's because the spiritual leak has been patched, the person draining you is being pushed back. You are whole again. You are sacred space. Type Amen to get blessing 464. Let them watch from afar. Let them wonder how you are still standing when they joined hands to pull you down. Let your peace be your armor. Let your glow be your answer. You do not need revenge when favor fights for you. You do not need proof when truth reveals itself in divine timing. You have already won a war you didn't even know you were in. Type Amen to get blessing 208. Soon, someone else will come to you with information, maybe not a full confession, but a piece of the puzzle. They will mention something small, unaware of how big it is. You will feel a chill when you hear it, and that will be the final confirmation that you were never imagining this. The truth has begun unfolding publicly. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Now it's time to protect your energy like never before. Clean your space. Pray over your doorways. Burn your candles, write your affirmations, and cover your mind with light. You are entering your golden season, and there is no room for half-hearted connections anymore. Even if they share your last name, do not let them share your access. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Archangel Michael says, prepare to see things fall away. The masks. The manipulation. The double faces. They are going to crumble in front of your very eyes. Not to hurt you, but to set you free. You have been chosen not just to survive, but to lead through the storm. Type Amen to get blessing 700. It is no longer your job to heal everyone. Some people don't want healing, they want access. You are not a sanctuary for snakes. You are not a safe space for sabotage. From this moment on, heaven declares that your name will only be spoken in honor. And every lie tied to you will collapse before the end of this month. Type Amen to get blessing 314. Let them watch. Let them gossip. Let them wonder why their efforts failed. Because from now on, nothing that carries bad intentions will succeed against you. You are walking in divine clarity. You are no longer sleeping on your intuition. And the one who chose the dangerous side? They will face what they chose. Type Amen to get blessing 272. A relative may try to reconcile in weeks ahead, but only after they feel the consequences of what they've done. Trust your soul. If it still hurts to look in their eyes, it's because the wound hasn't healed. Do not allow their guilt to become your responsibility. You owe your peace to your future, not your past. Type Amen to get blessing 833. This journey is bigger than you knew. You are being trained in silence for something greater than a personal attack. Your strength is being built in shadows so that when light shines, you do not flinch. You are unshaken. You are refined. And soon, you will be crowned by what tried to crush you. Let the betrayal finish its course, because the blessing is about to begin. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You were never meant to beg for loyalty. What you offer is pure. What you give is sacred. And anyone who mishandles that will lose the right to hold it. This family member didn't know who they were dealing with, but now they will. Because you are rising. And nothing can stop what's next. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Type Amen to get blessing 575. You may feel emotional as all of this unfolds, not because you're weak, but because your soul is shedding weight it carried. Silently. This family member might act confused, even say you misunderstood, but deep down they know what they did. Their alignment wasn't accidental. Their silence was not innocent. Their actions carried intention. And now, the outcome is no longer in their control. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The person outside your family who whispered in their ear? That person will soon vanish. Either distance, shame, or exposure will remove them from the equation. Because they were never the true threat, it was the betrayal of someone who was meant to love you that cut deepest. But even that wound is now healing. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Watch for the patterns, sudden apologies, nervous laughter, people talking about how you've changed. These are signs of people sensing the shift in your energy. They know they no longer have access. And their discomfort is not your burden to carry. It's their soul reacting to the truth they can no longer hide from. Let them fumble while you stay focused. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Archangel Michael says, your peace was not stolen, it was temporarily clouded. And now that cloud is lifting. Light is returning to your space. And the person who tried to hold your future hostage is being spiritually evicted from your destiny. They will have to watch your glow from a distance. Type Amen to get blessing 303. A day is coming soon where you will see them in person or hear their name randomly in conversation. That moment will be the final spiritual test. Your reaction will determine your next level of elevation. Respond with calm. Speak with strength. And walk away like the warrior you've become. You have already passed the hardest part, now comes the reward. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. This experience was meant to show you how deeply protected you are, even from the ones you once loved blindly. It's hard to accept that family can harm. But spiritual warfare does not care about titles or traditions. Your mission is too big to be derailed by hidden jealousy wrapped in the disguise of loyalty. You've outgrown their tricks. Type Amen to get blessing 616. They said your name in the wrong room. They thought they could curse your destiny without consequence. But heaven heard it. And the angels wrote it down. And now the balance is being restored. Not by force, but by light. Not by revenge, but by removal. Type Amen to get blessing 232. People are being reassigned in your life. Even those who thought they were permanent are being reviewed by divine timing. If someone exits, let them. If someone confesses, listen, but don't forget. Because your new chapter has no space for repeated betrayal. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There will be unexpected blessings arriving soon, money, opportunities, sudden favor. They will come right after this emotional storm, as a sign that your alignment is now clean. The blockages have been removed. The spiritual traitor has been exposed. And now, the floodgates of favor will open. Type Amen to get blessing 711. They may try one last time to return, but not out of love. It will be out of fear. They sense you are rising, and they fear being left behind in the place where they tried to bury you. But remember, access is earned, not given out of habit. And they lost that privilege the moment they traded your peace for popularity with your enemies. Type Amen to get blessing 500. You are healing from the deepest wound, betrayal by someone who should have protected you. And healing doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. It means rising anyway. You are rising now, not in rage, not in revenge, but in power. And they will feel that shift like a silent earthquake in the spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, every move you make now will be divinely backed. Every step forward will be guarded. Every room you enter will feel your authority. Because once betrayal is exposed, elevation follows. And your elevation is already underway. Type Amen to get blessing 919. They won't understand how everything starts flowing for you while they are stuck. That's because your blessings were paused, not cancelled, while the hidden enemy was removed. Now that they've been seen for who they are, your divine timeline is free again. Watch how fast things begin to move in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Let this moment change you, not into someone bitter, but into someone better. Let your pain become your lesson, and your silence become your power. You are too valuable to be played with. You are too aligned to be confused anymore. And the one who chose the dangerous side will one day wish they stayed loyal. Type Amen to get blessing 484. They won't admit it publicly, but privately, they are already regretting it. Their plans failed. Their alliances are falling apart. Their peace is shaken. Because they traded the love of someone chosen, for a temporary seat in a room of snakes. And now, they must live with that decision. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Your life is about to become a testimony of how favor follows those who choose alignment over attachment. You didn't chase, beg, or retaliate. You simply rose. And now everything that was stolen is returning, multiplied. The divine always restores, and you are next. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. Let them talk. Let them watch. Let them twist their stories. It no longer matters, because the truth is louder than the noise. And your spirit speaks louder than any rumor could. You are safe now. You are seen. You are soaring. Type Amen to get blessing 600. And to you, the one reading this, the one who cried quietly, the one who felt the shift before anyone else did. Know this, your sensitivity is your gift, your heart is your weapon, and your silence is your strength. You are not broken. You are being prepared. You are not alone. You are divinely guarded. And your destiny cannot be stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 3333.